and welcome back to Kareem's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the most delicious butter and also chocolate croissants. So let's get into the video. So the ingredients you're going to need are 600 grams of strong flour, 1.5 teaspoons of active yeast, 1 teaspoon of salt, 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 3/4 cups of warm milk. It has to be warm so that the yeast can get activated, 1 egg, and also 250 grams of butter. So first of all, what you want to do is get the yeast activated, and for that what you want to do is add half of the milk into a bowl and the yeast and the salt and also the sugar, and then what you want to do is give that a bit of a mix and then leave that on the side for about 10 minutes in a warm place so that the yeast is activated. So once the yeast is activated, it should look something like this. And to the yeast, what you want to add is the flour and also the rest of the milk, and then to knead the dough. So to knead the dough, I have a stand mixer over here, but you can definitely do this by hand if you like. So you just want to keep mixing and slowly increase the speed of the mixer until a ball-shaped dough is formed. Once the dough has been kneaded, you just want to also knead it by hand. So just flouring the surface and the dough here so that it's easy to knead. So over here I'm just rolling it around. As you can see, the more you knead the dough, the more delicious it would taste. And bear in mind what I'm doing here, this is very important. You just want to stretch out the dough on every side and bring it back into the center. And once the dough looks something like this, you just want to place it into a bowl and let it sit for about 1 to 2 hours for it to double in size. You can see the dough has risen very nicely over here and it's doubled in size. And you just want to start kneading the dough again so that the air bubbles can come out. So again, I'm doing the same steps, stretching out the dough and bringing it back to the center. And now just stretching out both sides, bringing that towards the center. And now I'm going to start rolling out the dough. So once you have rolled out your dough in terms of like a rectangular size, you just want to put that to the side and then start unrolling out your butter. So over here I'm placing the butter onto some cling film and wrapping around the sides, leaving some space so that you can then roll it out into a square shape. So now what you want to do is place your butter inside the dough and then start folding your dough around the butter and then roll it out. And again, just repeating the steps, keep folding in your dough until all the butter has been incorporated into the dough and that it's all evenly spaced out. You just want to make sure you're working fast with the dough, as you don't want the butter to melt, as this will make the dough very sticky. So if you feel like that's happening, you can just chill your dough for as many times as you like in between these rollouts. Over here I've just wrapped it in some cling film and I'm now going to chill it in the fridge for a few hours. So I left my dough to chill overnight. And now I'm just cutting the dough up into 4 pieces. This will just make it easy to roll it out quite thin, and also with the other pieces you just want to set that back into the fridge because again, like we said, we don't want the butter to melt. Once you've rolled it out, over here I'm just cutting some triangles so that we can form the croissant shape. So you can cut the triangles into any size you like depending on how big or small you want your croissants. I like them quite fairly small or like even medium size, just because they cook quicker and also because you can create more. So over here I'm just cutting a line down the top just a bit so that it's easy to roll out, and also I'm stretching out the triangle that we've made to then easily fold it in. So over here, as you can see, I'm just rolling out from the top towards the end. So you want the tip of the triangle to then be like this. So for the other piece of the dough, I'm just rolling it out into a round shape. It doesn't have to be like the rectangular shape like I showed you before, as long as you can cut up some triangles from the actual dough. So now just starting to cut up some triangles. First of all, cutting it up into a quarter, so the 4 pieces, and then going from there to cut the rest of the triangles. So with these ones, I'm just going to make chocolate croissants out of them. So I'm placing some chocolate towards the end of the croissant and then folding it inwards. Again, the tip being at the end. So once you have made all your croissants and shaped them like these, you just want to place them into a baking tray on top of some parchment paper and add your egg wash to then cook them at 180 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes until they are nice and golden, cooked inside with a crispy top. So with some of the croissants, I'm just placing some peeled almonds which have chopped finely and just placing them on the top for them to then cook. Bear in mind with these croissants you can definitely choose any filling you guys like. So this is how they look out of the oven. As you can see, they are beautiful golden brown color, nicely crisp outside and also cooked inside. I've just placed them onto a wooden slate here, and as you can see they look so delicious. So over here I have the almonds one, the all butter croissant, and also the chocolate ones towards the back. To distinguish which ones the chocolate ones are, I've just spread some Nutella onto the chocolate ones, and also just because it means more chocolate, so more tasty. So as you can see, when I cut into the chocolate one, there's chocolate inside, and obviously once these are hot the chocolate will be oozing out. So here you have it guys. Here was a step-to-step guide on how to make croissants at home from scratch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and also write down in the comments what you guys would like to see next. Thanks for watching. Bye.